Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from group Lollipop and we are presenting one of the most trendy dessert in Malaysia, and that is brownies. My name is Shahira binti Mat Zaini and I'm gonna present the first part of the slide. First thing first, we go to the origin of the brownies. Brownie are said to be originated from the United States. The story behind the brownie was due to the careless cook who left out the baking soda out of the cake batter and accidentally produced a cake that did not rise up but still gave a good and tasty flavor. And some said this first happened in Chicago at Palmer House. After the existence of brownies, its recipe was written down and published in Fannie Merritt Farmer's The Boston Cooking School Cookbook. Besides that, the name of the brownies was given due to the color itself, which is brown color. Next, we go to the definition of brownies. Brownies is defined as a baked good that are usually made with chocolates, eggs, butter, flour, vanilla extract, sugar, and salt. Then we go to the specialty of brownies and its characteristics. Based on the definition I said just now, the ingredients are almost similar to chocolate cake ingredients, but the brownies has more denser and heavier texture compared to chocolate cake. There are factors that contribute to brownie's texture, and some of it are depending on the mixing method and the ingredients used in the recipe. Even though the traditional recipe of brownies does not use baking powder, some of bakers nowadays still include the leavening agent to give a bit rising effect on the brownies. Some of us might say that brownies is a type of cake, but actually it is a type of cookie. It is because brownies are eaten like finger food due to its small size, which does not need any fork to eat with like cake. That's why brownies is a type of cookie rather than a cake. Other than that, brownies is quite special because we can add other things or topping in the batter or on top of the brownies, such as chocolate chips, nuts, and fruits, and also frosting before serving the brownies. Brownies are usually eaten when it is in room temperature, not too hot or not too cold. However, I think eating brownies with ice cream is the best way to serve, as the weather nowadays is really hot and we might need some cool food to cool down our body. Next slide explains about the variation of brownies. Actually, the variation of brownies is very wide, but I try to divide it into some classes. Firstly, we have special diet brownies, and this type is for those who are in diet or try to live healthy but still want to have good and tasty dessert like brownies, such as fruit-based brownies, less sugar brownies, vegan chocolate brownies, and keto brownies. Secondly, brownies with custom flavor. And this type is fully depends on the personal preferences. They can choose any flavor they want and how they like their brownies to be. For example, cream cheese brownies, frozen brownies sundae, chocolate mint brownies, cookies and cream brownies. Besides that, these are the example these are the brownies that controlled by some factors which are temperature, butter and sugar. Based on this picture at the right side of the screen, in short, different method and different recipe will give different taste and texture of the brownies. Brownies is becoming part of Malaysia where it can be easily found anywhere and anytime. It also becomes a mandatory dish during festival and special events like Hari Raya, birthday party, during event, engagement, and other than that, there are also people who have modified the brownies into some new look like crispy brownies biscuit, and this is actually good because it can be other alternative for those who does not like thick and dense brownies.
name is Janatul Fitrah binti Muhammad Juraidi. My matrix number is 1914744. Today, I'll be sharing about a wonderful recipe that we use in making avocado brownies. We have decided to change some of the normal ingredients in making chocolate brownies because we want our avocado brownies to become healthier. So these are the ingredients: 2 whole eggs, 1 ripe avocado, 40 gram of cocoa powder, 150 gram of coconut sugar, 40 gram of maple syrup, 50 gram of peanut butter, 50 gram of dark chocolate compound, pinch of salt, and 2 to 3 gram of baking powder. The first one is avocado. Avocado is the main ingredient in making avocado brownies. So it is used as a substitution for butter and oil. This is because avocados alone have a neutral yet buttery flavor. Then, avocado has high quantity of water. So with high quantity of water, it can make our avocado appear softer and less crumble. For health system, avocado helps lower cholesterol, fight against heart disease and cancer. This is because avocado has monounsaturated fat, so it helps to lower the cholesterol. Then avocado increase nutrient value for brownies. For coconut sugar, we use coconut sugar to replace white sugar, and coconut sugar gives a hint of caramel flavor. For the glycemic index, coconut sugar has lower glycemic index compared to the granulated sugar. This is because coconut sugar has a fiber called inulin that can slow glucose absorption. Also, coconut sugar provides higher nutrient value than granulated sugar because coconut sugar is the type of unrefined sugar. Then for maple syrup acts as a natural sweetener. It replaces sugar, it gives sweeter taste to the brownies, and it also has lower glycemic index. For peanut butter, we use it to give just a nutty flavor to the brownies. Then for dark chocolate compound is used to add a bittersweet taste to brownies. So due to its bittersweet taste, it helps to balance the sweetness in brownies. Then the dark chocolate compound delivers a strong chocolate flavor because it has a low milk content. So low milk content means it has a higher chocolate flavor. Then dark chocolate compound helps to add more structure and tenderness to brownies because chocolate contains fat. Then for the baking soda works as a leavening agent to rise the brownies. That's all for me.
My name is Kairunisa binti Muhammad Razi and my metric number is 1913810. So today I would like to talk about preparation techniques that has been used in the process of making these avocado brownies. So the first technique is sifting techniques, where all the dry ingredients is sifted to get a more finer texture so that it will allow the wet ingredients to bind more quickly and evenly once they are mixed together. The second one is beating and mixing technique, where the eggs are not overbeaten as this might introduce too much air into the mixture. So it will cause the brownies to be more cake-like and less dense. Other than that, sugar and eggs are beaten until they become light, thick and frothy, producing meringue-like effect that gives crispy layer on top of the brownies once it is baked. So before we go further into the baking process, there are two options for the pan to be used for baking. The first one is a shiny light colored pan, and this pan is more preferable to be used for baking because it will conduct heat evenly. And for the second one is the dark color pan. So we need to reduce the temperature by a couple of degrees because it can cause the edges of the brownies to overbake or burn. So it need to be at the middle of the rack also. Before we go further into the baking process, the first thing is we need the pan and baking sheet is preheated. It is important to help to cook the brownies perfectly. If you not preheat the pan and the baking sheet, so the temperature will be not enough and produce the undercooked or underbaked brownies. Next, pan is lined with baking paper and greased thoroughly with softened butter, cooking spray and margarine. So this is important to remove the brownies from the pan easily. Next, brownies is baked in the middle of the oven so that we can cook the brownies through and brown evenly. And the important part for this baking process is brownies is baked about 20 to 25 minutes at 350 degrees Celsius at the middle stage of the oven to avoid the brownies from overcook. Last but not least, the chilling out techniques. So these techniques help the brownies to be refrigerated and cooled completely in the pan to get a perfect portion when it is sliced into square. So it is also will reduce the discrepancy between the softer inner pieces and firmer edge bites, so that we will get the perfect portions of brownies once we cut it into quarters.
In order to make avocado brownies, we need 2 whole eggs, 1 ripe avocado, around 200 gram, 40 gram cocoa powder, 150 gram coconut sugar, 40 gram maple syrup, 50 gram peanut butter, 50 gram dark chocolate compound, a pinch of salt, a teaspoon of vanilla essence, and a teaspoon of baking powder. Okay, firstly, add in 1 large roughly chopped avocado into the food processor. And then we add in 40 gram cocoa powder, 150 gram coconut sugar, 50 gram peanut butter, add in some maple syrup, 1 whole egg, pinch of salt and teaspoon of baking powder. Okay, once we have added all those ingredients, put the lid on, turn on the fruit processor and wait for a few minutes until all ingredients blended together and turn creamy. Take off the lid, and now I'm just gonna stir this mixture to ensure everything is well combined. Sprinkle some chocolate coins, sprinkle some more. Now let's transfer everything into baking tray that has been lined with parchment paper. Sprinkle some chocolate coins right over the top so you get just the right amount of chocolate in each bite. Lastly, I'm gonna pop this in the oven at 170 degrees Celsius for about 20 minutes.
Last, we proceed with the nutritional value of avocado brownies. From this recipe, we can get about 16 servings per tray. Each serving of avocado brownies contains 210 calories. It is also comprised of 20 grams of sugar, which mainly come from the chocolate coins. Although avocado brownies is famous and beneficial for having a good natural fat, it is however recommended to consume in moderation as it is slightly higher amount of sugar. However, sugar amount in this recipe can be lowered by reducing the usage of chocolate coins throughout the baking process. Next, we refer to the nutritional table. Based on this table, avocado brownies consist 12% of fat and contain 4 grams of protein. The special ingredient avocado make our brownies contain vitamin D, calcium, iron and potassium. That's all from us. Thank you.